Okay, are we live? It looks like we're live. I think we are. I had a bit of a crash here this morning on the old app. Yep, we're live. Okay. How's everybody doing? The dog should be coming down soon. He's laying on the bed right now. I guess as soon as he figures out talking to somebody, he should be coming down for treats. I said the word. I haven't touched the plastic bag of the treats. Doing my tea. Oh man, tea. All right, Aletta and Miles, good morning. I've been drinking 20-year-old tea all week, actually. The tea that I found in my cupboard, and this is the first time I've had green tea in a week. The 20-year-old stuff was pretty good, actually. I'm getting low on her now. I'm gonna hunch it was Tetley. I can't believe coffee is screwing me up like that. I just can't believe it, actually. I still don't believe why would coffee all of a sudden start doing that. Hang on, get a microphone. I'm surprised. Oh, there he is. He just got off the bed. Yeah, there he comes. What a dog. Oh. Normally, he doesn't come down, folks. But see, I'm talking. It's like, oh, yeah, what's going on, eh? Hey, what's going on, dog? What a dog. Right over to the pantry. Oh, man. You know, so he's talking. So that means I get treats. Okay, he never does this. Yes, good morning, dog. You never do this when I'm here alone in the mornings and I don't talk, hey? Oh, Doug. Oh, dog. He's got me trained, huh? Oh, now he's calling me. Okay, let me get some treats here. Oh, Doug. Yes, there. Kangaroo treats, eh? Oh, I know, Doug. I'm late today because I was up. A little dog woke me up at about 3:30 wanting to go out for the bathroom. And then I was up for a while after that. You love this stuff, don't you? Don't you? Right? Don't you? Hey, stay. But just show me no attention, no love, nothing, unless I got treats. Literally a pork chop tied around my neck. Yeah, I know, Rob, and I just looked at the weather here before I went online, and we got like a big storm coming. Well, it's freezing rain right now, which brings me to my dream. I woke up and it was raining when I woke up at 3:34, and then I had the most bizarre dream, folks, and it was one of those dreams where I could wake up and go back to sleep and continue the dream. Do you know those kind of dreams? That's what I was having, and it was just bizarre. I wasn't living here. I was, well, I was, but I wasn't. It was just the weirdest thing. It was like a rundown motel that was apartments, but it was in rough shape, man. Whoa, like really, really, really rough. And well, there was water coming in the windows, and the carpentry work was just, it was, the detail in the dream was unbelievable, the detail in the dream. like how bad things were, and the sort of like whatever the previous owner had done in hack jobs for the carpentry work. Like the window was leaking. I'm going, how's the window leaking? And then I looked out, and it was a bigger window nailed to the outside of the wall of where a little window should have been, and it was just unbelievable. I'm looking at, and the detail of the dream was unbelievable. But anyways, it was a one bedroom apartment type situation, and the dream gets better, folks. Okay, so it's a one bedroom apartment, but I wasn't there, but I was, and then I woke up in my own bed here, realizing why am I not living there? Because get this, in the backyard of this rundown motel, hotel type apartment complex, the backyard, there was a giant barnyard, okay, with a big barn, like really nice stuff, like an old one, but like it was like a perfect setup for the ducks. It's like, I'm thinking I can live in an apartment with ducks in the backyard and a barn. Anyways, that was my dream. So, and I kept going back to sleep because I was very interested in the dream. So I kept going back to sleep to revisit it. And then in the dream, I was consciously trying to get to the barn because I knew that the place needed a lot of work, needed a new roof. Oh, the roof was really bad on the whole complex. It was really, really bad. Caved in, everything. Like really, nobody should have been living there. And I think, I'm not sure, I don't know, but it's sort of the one person that was living there that was sort of like my supervisor. Like, well, not supervisor. Well, you know, like those people, like sort of like a building superintendent. I wouldn't like. She never said her name, but she was sort of like Vista, okay. And she was living there, and she was giving me notes and all the things that were wrong with the building. It was just a bizarre dream. It really was. Like, what is Vista doing in my dream? And she was my superintendent. Oh, there were ducks in the back. What kind of apartment, hotel, motel type building has a barnyard in the backyard? You know, like, anyways. Yes, Duck, I know. Oh, you're just being a real pushy little dog here today. All right? Yeah. So, yeah. So that was my morning dream, and I kept waking up, and that's why I'm so late today. It's because I literally kept waking up and going back to sleep because I wanted to continue the dream, but I never made it to the barn. I just got to see it in the backyard. I never got to actually go to the barn or look at it or check it out or nothing, but I could see that it was a really, really nice setup from the distance of the hotel, motel, rundown apartment complex. And it was like a motel. It was really, really bad. Oh man, it was bad. And the room Vista was living in, because her apartment was right beside mine, it was a single bedroom. That was all. And then Doug ran inside because he came over when we decided to leave this house and go live in that one because of the barn in the backyard, and we're going to take the ducks over there. Doug ran in, jumped on Vista's bed, and I'm like, Doug, oh, you can't do that. It was like, oh, it was strange, folks. It was like the most bizarre stuff. So, yeah, no, I'm not a fan of the green tea. Not this green tea. But I like the tea and the green tea in the Chinese restaurants, but this one sucks. Yeah, so Doug's laying down now. He said, just throw me the stuff on the floor. I'm not getting up. Too much work. So, that was my dream. That's why I'm late. Doing the dreams. Oh, and it needed a lot of work. A lot of work. But the detail was unbelievable. Unbelievable. But it's like I'm gonna have the ducks in an apartment. Hey Doug, ducks in an apartment. Yeah, just lay there. I'll keep passing them to you. Don't worry. a dog. I'm not kidding you, folks. Normally, like in the mornings when I'm down here drinking my tea and, you know, doing a little bit of news reading and that, the dog never even comes down to see me. Stays on the bed the whole time. How does Doug not weigh 100 kilograms? I don't know. Because, well, he doesn't eat that much. He's actually really, really, you would be surprised how little the dog eats. Like, you really, really would be shocked. Like, a little margarine tub. It's about this big, about that big around. 2 of them a day, that's all he eats. Now, mind you, it is, you know, really high-end food, high-end protein, that kind of stuff. But that's all the food I give him. Well, and treats, you know, lick my plate, you know, stuff like that. But honestly, the only time I give him treats like this stuff is when I'm sitting here streaming with you guys. I don't give Doug treats normally. That's why when I'm sitting here talking, that's why he knows it's treat time. Okay, you gonna sit up for this one? Oh yeah. All right. Okay, I should hang on, I'm gonna get this off the table here because he'll be back. Okay. There. Yeah, when I talk to himself, that's it, Miles. He knows. Like he never comes out. He's looking at me like, hey, is that over? Is it over? What do you mean? Right now. I want more. Because I'm not kidding you. He doesn't care about me. Normally. Seriously. You have no idea the abusive relationship I am in with him. Absolutely next to no appreciation whatsoever. See, now he's circling the desk looking for treats. See, now look at this. He's had enough of me. Time to look out the window. Well, Doug, forget it. Just forget it. A GoPro on Doug's head. Yeah. So you'd like to look at the couch cushion. That's what you'd like to look at. Is that it? No, stop, no clawing. Your dogs leave you alone when you get on the phone? Good morning, Stephanie. If I'm on the phone talking, he comes over, but not like with the camera. Like, I don't know how he knows. Maybe he actually sees the camera sitting on the desk, but then he's in bed right now because I talk on the phone and he doesn't bother me. So I don't know. Yeah, that's strange. Because I'll talk and because it's not like I walk around my house silent all the time. I do talk to people on the phone, and yeah. And when I talk to my buddies on FaceTime, I call Kind Q Keith and or my stepdaughter or something. I talk on the FaceTime, and he doesn't come with FaceTime. He only comes when it's streaming. I don't. That's weird. Like, how does he know that that's the time? Because I don't give him treats any other time. Maybe he's totally figured out this streaming thing. No, that's possible. A barking dog on the phone is always fun too, eh? And the person on the other end of the phone gets to hear the barking dog real good because today's phones pick it up well. You know, I can't handle when Doug barks in the house. I try to kick him out as fast as possible. If he starts barking, I'd go right to the door and kick him out. Get out of the house. But Doug's bark is more of a singular low woof at a time. He doesn't do that. He's like a woof, woof. Dog. No, I'm not giving you any more. Do you want to go out in the rain? You're already out at 3:30. Oh man, I didn't want to get up at 3:30 either. I was laying there and I was trying to get him to jump back onto the bed. He's clawing the crap out of me right now. I was trying to get him to jump back on the bed so I wouldn't have to go, but he wouldn't jump back on the bed, so I knew that he had to go to the bathroom. Oh, what a dog. Okay, let's see if he'll go out. This is the Doug's infamous, I say out and he sits down. Do you want to go out? Doug! Do you want to go out? Come on. Oh, Doug. I told you, I say out, he sits down. Oh, he's really sitting down comfy. Come on, let's go out. Come on, let's go. Come on, Doug, let's go. Door's open. No, eh? Nope. Unbelievable, eh? Unbelievable. He kills me. He kills me. That's what he does. Say the word out, sits down. I don't understand why, because like, you know, he would go out a split second if I went out, but not by himself. You see, it's raining right now. We got freezing rain happening, right? We got a wicked storm today. It's freezing rain now, and it's going to change to snow with blowing snow, 90-kilometer-hour winds. They're saying it's going to be whiteout conditions. But right now we've got the rain, and it's been raining, like I said, since about 4 o'clock this morning. And then it's going to be tonight. It's going to be between -5 and -10, depending on, you know, if it's Petawawa or Ottawa. Tomorrow, we're back to 20 below again. It's like, I just can't believe it. 2 nights of 20 below. 24 below in Petawawa, 20 below in Ottawa. It's like, so we could be 24, we could be 20, depending on the wind. Folks, I'm telling you, I'm cracking. I'm not cut out for this year, or I'm worn out, or I can't take it anymore. The pressure of the length of this winter. Like I thought, you know, some nice warms, like this kind of stuff. It's sort of like it's a little easier on Matt, taking care of the old little duckies. But you notice this morning, the ducks aren't outside. It's raining. They're inside. I can't go south. It's very hard to go south. It's extremely hard. You know, it's like a lot of people say, oh, move to the States. You know, it is so, it can't move. You can go for 6 months, you know, but I got to come back here. But I can't, you know, the States, they don't want me. They don't want anybody. Well, the Mexicans, they'll let the Mexicans in, but they won't let us in. Maybe if I went to Mexico and then came across the border and said I was Mexican, then I could be there. Doug and I fly out of Mexico and then walk across to Tijuana, and that's it, we're in. That'd be an idea, eh? Yeah, Doug and I could be part of the caravan, you know? That's it. That's the ticket, man. Whew, figured my problem out. Oh, itchy armpit there for a second. Speaking of Nordic, Susie, I don't know what the guy, I watched a YouTube video last night, folks, at 3:30 in the morning. I'm going to see if I can find it here in my history. I got to share it with you, okay? I couldn't believe I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing, and it is actually, I hope I can find it here and I can post it in chat for you if you're interested. This guy, he's from Norway, and he in a little sailboat. It wasn't even a big sailboat, and he sailed the North Sea January 24th to go to this this festival on an island, and I'm just thinking, I never had any safety like flotation equipment on for the extreme cold, like all the stuff that they have. 32 minutes and 13 seconds I watched here. Okay, so I got it here. I'm gonna share it with you, and you can watch it if you want. The guy's nuts. Really nuts. Okay, I'm gonna post it here. Okay, I just posted it. Anyways, He sailed by himself, no equipment on, no like life, never had life preserver on when he was filming, never had one of those safety orange vests with the flotation for cold water, nothing. And like he was like a real Viking, okay? And he went, and it was like 16 hours of dark sailing, and having 20-minute naps, getting up and then taking care of the sails. And oh man, it was like, and it was a snowstorm and rain and everything while he was doing this. It was January 24th when he went across, or something like that. It was in January when he went across. I recommend if you want to see something really like absolutely lunatic, and he did a pretty good editing job too. Actually not a bad editing job, so not bad at all considering what he did by himself. So I recommend it, Susie. Check it out. And it was like, he was quite, at the end it was sort of funny because he was really quite candid on what he was about to do for the next 3 days. And he's getting off the boat and he's, I'm going to have beer, I'm going to have vodka, and I'm going to get drunk. It's a 3-day party of these Vikings, and beer, vodka, and drinking. But he did it by himself, cutting across. Oh, it was pretty good. But then he cheated and flew back. So I recommend it. Watch it. Well, that's if you want to see something really unique, like YouTube used to be. You know how YouTube used to be, instead of all this polished stuff, and now that you shove down your throats on the on the trending page, the fake stuff. This is like the old YouTube, where somebody actually did an adventure and shared it, But he lost his drone in the deal. His drone, and then it got eaten by sea creatures. He found it later and showed it was all eaten up. I don't know what kind of sea creatures are eating drones, but somewhere up in Norway, there's things that eat drones in the water. So check it out. It was my 3:30 in the morning entertainment when Doug woke me up. I had to go to the bathroom. The old YouTube, new YouTube, yeah, it's a different ship, isn't it? She's not like she used to be, folks. It's like it blows me away, actually, how bad it's gotten. I don't understand it. I don't know what they're trying to do. And then we got that new one there. The newest controversy on YouTube is the little children wormhole that in the algorithm that got exposed there, and now that YouTuber that exposed it, and now all the advertisers are pulling ads off of YouTube until they fix the problem. I don't know if you saw that one. That was all over the news this week. So there's going to be like ad apocalypse 2.0 again, where the advertisers are pulling off of YouTube. So I don't know if you read about that. I read about it this week, saw the video, saw the guy who did it, and then the guy who exposed the wormhole in the algorithm, turns out he had a secondary channel that was like right out there, pretty demented stuff, and it was like he was a little bit of a hypocrite in the whole deal. It was like he was trying to get attention. I don't know. Yeah, the creepy guy desperate for attention. That's the guy. The redhead with the beard, that's him, man. It didn't take long for him to get exposed, actually, because when I originally watched the video, right in the comments, everybody was talking about his other channel, and I went right to it, and the other channel was just bad, man, bad. Like, he was driving, anyways, it was just bad. I was watching some of that, clicked on some of his videos, and I'm like, you're a pervert yourself, like, anyways. No, they don't want really good family channels, Susie. Family education is a no-no. You can't have that. Cute little ducks. No. I'm going to get a giraffe, though. I'm going to get a giraffe. I'm thinking that's what I need to do. Giraffes are it. But now giraffes, I was just reading an article on the poor little giraffes. Now they're endangered subspecies, eh? They're fading into extinction. So that'll make the live streams for giraffes even bigger. Penguins, that's another one, Vista. I found a new home for penguins. It's in my hotel motel with the farmyard in the back, and you're my building superintendent. You were my dream there, woman. You had all the notes you were giving me with all the deficiencies in the building. At the end of the dream, I wasn't too fond of you, I can tell you that much. The tea is not bothering me at all. It's, except this one isn't tasting as good as the old dark black stuff that I was drinking this week. So, I'm in danger of extinction? I don't know. I don't think so. So, Vista, watch the beginning of the dream, okay? Or the dream. The beginning of the stream, you're going to want to watch it because you were there. So. I'm a little tainted from the dream. I'm going to tell you that much. You were really getting on my nerves. At the end, you were giving me envelopes all the time with big, long lists. And then at the end of the dream, I remembered I didn't have the lists anymore that you gave me of all the things that were wrong. And I was like, and then I realized they were in my other jacket. And I said, I don't care. I'm not looking at them anymore. It was bizarre, man. But it was interesting enough. I kept going back to sleep to watch it. That's just bizarre how you can do that, eh? Where you can like wake up and you know you're awake, you know, you look around the room and then lay your head back down and go back to sleep. And right back to where you took off in the dream, like you hit pause button on the old VCR, you know, like it's like, that's why I kept going back to sleep. I didn't get out of bed till 9:15 because I kept looking, I kept going back. I wanted to get to the barnyard in the backyard and I never got there. It was like everything was going wrong. Everything was going wrong to get to the barnyard. But I knew I had a barnyard in the backyard. Oh. And it was a big, big barnyard, like absolutely no problem putting all the ducks there. There was no water though. I didn't see any water, but it was a big barnyard and there was like no ifs, buts, or whats that like make mine, my barn situation here look like nothing. That's how big it was. And it was like an old fashioned big barn, you know, in the back and it had a corral and everything. It was all closed in. It was quite, you know, but it was old. It was log. It wasn't new. It was old. It wasn't new because it matched the same age as the hotel motel apartment rundown complex. It was in rough shape. So, but the barn was not in bad shape, but it was old. So. Hotel Cayuga, yeah. YouTube is shadow banning, truth shadowing the ducks, not just the truth channels. They're doing it to me. They're doing it to the duck live stream, folks. Like I gotta, you know, think. If you ever wonder, okay, think about this, okay, because I constantly look at different live streams of animals, and I don't know why. It makes no sense, but it does because of what happened to the channel. You know, getting deleted there last year. Nothing has been right since we got deleted last April. Nothing is right. It's like it's nothing. Okay. You look at the live stream stuff, like, you know, live stream cat sleeping. You know, 400 people watching the cat sleep. Live stream deer eating in a field. You know, 380 people watching. An empty giraffe stall. 600 people watching. You know, and now the news, well, the giraffe's going to give birth again, eh? So that's going to be just, and you can pay $5 and get a text to tell you when it's calving. So it's like, you know, but the ducks, and you know, there's, you know, like I keep these streams running so that you can watch the ducks, and the ducks I think the ducks are quite entertaining, and the sound is pretty loud, and you know, and they're entertaining. They don't just sit around and do nothing. They're actually quite active. They have a little social world. And you can, you know, participate in this social world by observing it. And the streams, you know, never, ever trend. Ever. It's unbelievable. And I know before we got, you know, attacked by the vegans, and before I got, you know, the strikes, we used to trend. You know, the ducks used to trend. You know, like I remember what it was like. I remember, you know, the streams in the barn. You know, there'd be lots of new people showing up. Now, never. YouTube doesn't like us. They've put us in the same category as truth. You know. because yesterday, well, I turned the streams off yesterday because I've been suffering with a back problem. So that's why you haven't seen much of me. Because remember when I was cleaning, anybody was watching me, and when I clicked my knee when I was shoveling the goose shed out? Well, I've been suffering since. And I didn't really want to do streams because I was swearing while I was doing my work because it was uncomfortable. Like it's because I've had all kinds of different things were happening to me because this pinched nerve that when I was shoveling out that big chunk of ice in the goose shed, I pinched the nerve and it's caused like some weird pains in different parts of my body. And I was cursing, a lot of cursing. So I turned the streams off, doing my chores the last couple of days because I wanted to freely swear. Okay, not gonna lie. Because you know, swearing does help when you're in pain. It does for something about dropping the F-bomb when you're hurting. It's like little shots of painkiller. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Anyways, so I didn't want to share that with you because you know you don't want to watch Matt walking around dropping F-bombs and whining to himself. So I thought I'd keep that to myself the last couple of days. But while I was doing this, I was thinking, you know, I had the streams off and I'm walking around. I'm thinking, you know, I'm like, what is going on? Why? I run these streams and you know and keep everything happy. The Dutch are happy and all this stuff. And I'm like, it's like the $64,000 question every day, folks. Why? You know, I've been a year this April that I have had patience, you know, on this, and so I guess you could say I'm waiting out YouTube to fix the problem. You know, I'm hoping that I'm hoping that there's some kind of some kind of rollout of software implemented on their servers by some engineer figuring out there's a problem, and we get caught back in and get pushed back in with the live stream stuff because for some reason we got those strikes and we were pushed to the sidelines and we have never been allowed back in again. You know. So I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm telling you, that's all I've been asking myself. And I think that's because I'm asking myself this more and more now because I'm getting closer and closer to D-Day here, you know, where I'm going to have to, you know, sell the farm because I can't stay here anymore doing this because, you know, YouTube is doing nothing, and I can't, you know, you can't float the boat, so it's like I got to do something. And I think that's what it is. I'm starting to get mad, I think is what it is. I think that's what it is. I think I'm starting to get mad at YouTube. I think that's what it is. I think maybe that's what's wrong. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. Maybe I've got a little bit of rage happening inside. Pardon the language, I'm getting pissed off. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's what's wrong. It's starting because I've been sort of in denial all winter. I've been in denial since last August, actually, since I got turned on my mortgage. But maybe that's it. Maybe I'm in denial, and now the anger is starting to. That's part of the denial process, the 5 steps. There's denial at the first, and then there's anger, and then I forget what the 3rd, 4th, and 5th is. I know 5th is acceptance, but there's 3rd and 4th. I forget what it is. The 5 steps of. I'm gonna have to Google that one again. There's 5 steps. Anyways, I'm into the 2nd step now. I'm into the anger part. You know, grief, different phases of grief. Do you think that's what it is? No, it's something else. It's not grief. I read about this years ago, the 5 steps, but I never suffer from that because I usually don't do denial very good. I just do it. You know, I guess I have done denial when I lost my business, but I was sort of hoping that, you know, I've been waiting the ducks out on YouTube, and I don't know. So what's 3? What's 3 and 4? We already know what 1 and 2 and 5 is, but nobody can remember what 3 and 4 are. The 5 steps. I've been in denial, hoping that it was going to get fixed on YouTube, but no. Hello, Russia. I understand it, but I'm thinking that your translator at the end screwed up and threw in the Russian. Alex. Alex is not our previous Penguin CGI Russian, okay? So don't think it's him. That guy's top secret. We don't let him out of the bag who was doing the CGI Penguins last year, or the year before, I should say, before we got banned by YouTube. Anyways, banned by YouTube. How do ducks get banned by YouTube, man? Like, it's unbelievable. The $1 million question, isn't it? Huh? Thumbs up. We're at 31 thumbs up, it says here on my screen. Is it, where are we lower? No. How come we don't get many thumbs up actually too? That's another thing. I'm gonna just refresh my screen here to see if we, the thumbs up action. We're at 31. Not a lot of thumbs up action. I guess I should constantly talk about it, eh? Denial, anger, bargaining, depression. I did depression with the denial though. I did a combo deal, Vista, because I did the denial, depression all winter. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did. I've been like an absolute depression mess here. Bargaining, I could see bargaining coming afterwards. So I did the denial of depression first, package deal. And then I'm in the anger stage now because now I'm pissed off. I'm sorry for the language, folks. And then I'll be doing the bargaining. That's when we're bargaining left to sell the place. And then the acceptance will be, well, yeah, I guess I'm living somewhere else. You know. But are you sure you're in the right order there, Vista? Because the denial and depression went together so well this winter, like it did. It was like a match made in heaven. You know, it was very good. But you know, I will say something is that I am amazed. Usually, when you get depressed, you know, and you're in denial, you get some alcohol in the scene, you know, and you're doing a little bit of alcohol depression. I have not had that problem. I'm not kidding you, like maybe 12 beer a month, except I did all 12 in one night, you know what I mean? But, and then I hurt so much the next day that I didn't want to touch it for 29 days, but, you know. So it is the correct order, right? Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. But I did the denial and depression together. So I'm past depression. I'm in the anger stage now. Oh. And bargaining will probably be dealing with some real estate agent. And acceptance will be, well, I guess that's the one after I'm driving down the highway homeless, eh? Hell. Yeah, something is better coming there. You're right, Vista. There is. You guys are going to be, I'm going to drag you along with it. If you want to come, you know, I'll drag you along. I'll start another channel. Well, I'll probably just do it on my other Matt channel. I'll let you know what channel I'll do it on, but I'll drag you along. Alcohol, depression, followed by anger. Well, usually when you're pissed, you usually do get a little bit of, if you're depressed, it's pretty quick to get mad, eh? And then nothing worse than a drunk, angry person, you know? Like, I haven't had that problem in decades, being a drunk, angry person. I'm a little bit of or I guess you could call it a big love bug when I'm drunk. Not, I prefer not to fight. If I got to fight, I want to do it sober, so there's a chance I'll win, if you know what I mean. Because I got beat up when I was in the army, drunk. I lost the fight bad. So woke up in the hospital. Oh, it was a bad situation. And then I woke up in the hospital, and I went into the bathroom, and I was like, we wake up and you're in a gurney and you're in the hospital, and you wake up and you walk in and you look. You look in the mirror and your face looks like Frankenstein. It's all stitched together and you're like, who is that? Oh man, that was bad. My face, like that's the scars I have on my face. I got these scars all the place and it's all stitching from when I got put back together from the beating I got. I honestly didn't know who it was in the mirror when I walked into the bathroom. It was like, who is that? Anyways. Turned out the guy had a knife. That's how my face got cut up so bad. He had a knife in his hand. Put it this way, it didn't fare out too well for him later when the rest of the barracks found out what happened to me, and they saw me, and then they figured out he had a knife, It wasn't bad. It wasn't a good that. Those were the days in the army, man. It was like shit happened. Put it that way, folks. It was that died. That is something that memory is burnt into my head. That event of what took place. And everybody let it happen. It was pretty wild. The MPs let it happen. Everybody let it happen. It was the old no snowflakes allowed in that club. I can tell you that for sure. It was bad. And then when the MPs finally took the guy off because you're just not allowed to fight with a knife in the barracks. That's a no-no. And when the MPs took him off, the next morning he was in worse shape, and it turned out the MPs beat the crap out of him when he was in the stockade. It was a bad situation. No, it was bad. But it's a memory that is burnt. You know how sometimes memories you can it feels like yeah, it just happened. That's how clear the memory is. That kind of stuff. Anyways, there's a little truth bomb of my past, of things that have happened to me. I keep thinking I was going to dig out. I got to share something with you here, folks, but I got to leave the stream. I'll show you. Who wants to see a picture of me at 19 years old in the army? I think I know where it is. I could grab it pretty fast. I'm doing a brain search here. I want to make sure when I go into the go get it that I'm not going to come back empty-handed, because that would be you wouldn't like that. Okay, I think I know where it is. I'm going to go get it. Me. Here, I'll give you the stream of Doug. You can have a stream of Doug on the floor. Okay, there's the dog, right? Okay, I found it. It was in the very last drawer in a place that I didn't think it was there. So, or the place I thought it wasn't there. Okay, so just wait. I gotta find myself in the picture first so I can point myself out. Now, this give you an idea, folks. 140 guys went in, and this is everybody who graduated out of 140. Not many left of us. Okay, where is it? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Okay. Oh yeah, they put me, because I was tall, so I was like right at the back here. Okay. Oh great, I got here. We gotta do this so we don't get any glare. Oh, I got here. Hang on. I'm turning the screen off. Okay. I got reflections everywhere here. Okay. That's me right there. That's it. 19. That's it right there. Mr. 19 years old. Why is it? What am I getting for a reflection? I got a bad reflection. Now, maybe it'll get better if I go this way. Let me try something. Yeah, maybe I'll try to give you a good shot here because I know you can't really see. I don't. Bear with me here. Oh, that's better. Yeah, hang on. All right. Okay. There you go. There I am. 19. Right there, folks. Just turned 19 by like 3 months. Yeah, we all look the same, eh? But I don't think that guy looks a little different. Can I zoom in more? Maybe I can. Hang on. Nobody looks happy. I know it was hell. Oh, there we go. There, that's the soul of a broken child, man, right there. Look at that. Does that look like I was broken? Yeah, there's that. Actually, that's working better. There you go. 19 in 2 months. But there was 140 of us that started, and that's all that graduated right there of 140, okay? All of us. Well, yeah, everybody had to be the same. Diversity was not allowed, trust me. Oh. Everybody had the same haircuts. Everything was the same, folks. Everything. You're not allowed to be different. Different was you got actually you got bitch slapped down hard if you were different. Trust me. They broke you. Was what they did. They broke you until you conformed to what they wanted. That's what the military is about. They break your soul. And I didn't embrace getting broken too well, so I had problems. I guess you could say I was a rebel. So, not allowed to think either. Not allowed to think on your own. Can't be different. Everybody had to be a well-oiled, integrated machine. You know. So I have one other picture, and it's with my brother, but I don't know where it is. That would be a big job to dig that picture out. It's in a photo album somewhere. It's a much better picture too. I'm trying to think. Maybe I could dig it out here. I'm happier in that photo because I was home on leave. I'm trying to think where it's at. Oh man, maybe I'll dig out another day. I'll dig the photo album out, and then you know, it's a way better picture. That's a long time ago. That's like a lifetime ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was in the field engineers, demolitions, and bridge building. We used to build bridges and then blow them up. I hated it. I hated being told what to do. I absolutely, the most miserable time of my life was in the Army. It was a very happy day when I got discharged. Very happy day. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna paint a rosy picture like "Oh, serve my country." No, it was like I got in there and quickly found out that this is not the place for me. Oh. Like I said, they don't like the free thinkers, critical thinkers, independent, different. Everything that I am, they don't like. So, like I said, I had problems. I had lots of problems Well, and when you're having problems in the army, well, things happen to you. So, why did I join? To avoid jail. There you go. There's a truth bomb. Oh. I was a troubled teen, okay? Yeah. I was a troubled teen. I was a mess as a teenager. I'm not right. Well, I wasn't. I'm better now, okay? uh, ships. I know there's no ships. That's the Navy. I was in the Navy. Field engineers, there's no ships. Oh. Anyways. Well, I should say there's one time that I do have a fond memory was when we were playing with C4. That was fun. That was a day that was actually fun. C4 and det cord, and we were cutting trees down in the forest with the det cord. That was pretty cool. But of course, we weren't allowed to touch the button to set it all off. Only the warrant officer got to do that. But we were the little lackeys that got sent out and wrapped all the trees with the explosives. No. 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 There's something from my past. Long time ago. Long time ago, folks. A lot of water under the bridge since then. Yeah, blowing things up is always fun. It is. Something about that, eh? Blowing things up and machine guns. They're like probably the highlights of my military career. Oh. As far as I know, ducks are 28 days, except Muscovies, which can be 33 to 35 days. That's what I know, but it might not be the truth. Yeah. That's what I know about ducks. I don't know what tail gunning. Never heard of that term. Campbells and runners would be 28 days for a hatch. Well, thank you, dear hunter. I appreciate your participation in the chat. So, oh, folks, I'm debating on what I'm going to do today on cleaning the barn or doing it tomorrow, because I got to get ready for this 2-day lockdown. Yesterday it was a little bit wet in the barn, but not bad. I'm thinking I might wait because it's raining. It'll just get soaking wet again, and I'd like the ducks to start out with a dry place for 20 below. I can't believe we've got 20 below coming back again. Oh, I can't believe it. Tail gunning, a gunner in the tail of an aircraft, yeah. Oh, the first place you get shot when you're getting chased in World War II. I wouldn't want to be sitting in the back of the plane. Yeah, that's where the aiming of the enemy. They're aiming right at you. No, I'll pass on that one. No. So I don't know what's going to happen here, folks. I was thinking about doing a barn cleaning stream, but I don't know. Clean it today, CJ, but then it doesn't solve the problem. I want to have a dry barn because it's going to be wet today, folks. I'm looking outside right now. I don't know if you're watching the streams. Well, no, you're here with me right now, but it's pouring rain outside right now. Absolutely pouring. Like, I'm looking at it and it's coming down. That's probably why the ducks aren't even outside right now. I'm going to check because I think they're still in the barn. Yep. Ducks aren't even outside. Well, you can see the icicles on the camera. dripping off the edge. Can I believe it? Eh? It's 10:16 and it's above zero. Oh, it's above zero. It's like 3 degrees right now, and all the ducks are in the barn. Unbelievable. Like, yeah, barn full of ducks. Unbelievable, man. They're like Doug, you know? Yeah, everything's gonna be really slippery today. Yeah, barn is packed full of ducks and eggs. Oh, Tiny's coming out the door. Standing at the door thinking, oh, I'm gonna go out. But it's like, I don't get it. And it's beautiful. Like right now, it's not cold out at all. They're really snowflake ducks this year, you know? They really are, folks, because I'm amazed the days that they're in the barn when it's nice outside. It's like they like sitting inside, but it's nice out. Doesn't make any sense. But it's pouring rain right now, pouring. And now it's going to turn to this nasty snowstorm. So I'm thinking tomorrow, it'll be barn cleaning day. Oh, we got pigeons. Oh, I got to shoot some pigeons. 2 pigeons just showed up. I haven't seen pigeons here in years. A pair. Yeah, they could use a bath. They are dirty. I can't believe there's pigeons here. Not a big fan of pigeons, folks. They sit in the barn and get filthy dirty. Filthy, filthy dirty, you know? They haven't done even a husky ducks this year, Susie. Like, you know, the breeders used to sit out in the snowstorm, and then they'd get all covered in snow, and they'd get up, and it'd be like, you could see all the spots in the pen where the ducks were. They haven't done that this year. They literally, if it's snowing, they go inside. Like, they're brutal. Yeah, I use shotgun for pigeons. I'm going to screw on the 22. 12 gauge. With number 8 bird shot. Oh. Problem with pigeons is they start coming in, and then lots of them start coming in. But I'm shocked that they're here. It's the first time I've seen pigeons forever. Well, since I shot the 100 that were here when I moved into this place, the property was infested with pigeons. Yeah, so the ducks, they're not doing outside this year at all. They're really embracing the barn. No, really embracing it. I'm shocked, 10:19, and they're still in the building. They might not even get out of the building today. And it's not like the door's locked. They can get out if they want. Stripper duck, she knows. She hides inside all the time, George. She does a really good job of not going outside. But you know what? I'll take her outside, put her in the bathtub, and she cleans herself right up. She embraces the bathtub, you know. But doesn't go out on her own very often. Well, she goes outside more than Dot does. Dot never goes outside, you know. But Stripper will go outside in the cold and sit out there with the other ducks. But Dot, no. Dot just stays inside. Dot's absolutely. I don't think Dot's doing too well, actually. I think her hips must be really giving her problems. Oh. Yeah, Terry, the ducks love the barn. They're embracing it big time, you know. And the geese outside all the time. They're not big fans of being inside, the geese. Not at all. But then again, if I had a 4-inch thick down coat, I wouldn't be going inside either, so. Because I'm not kidding you, folks. On their chest, their down and feathers is like that thick, okay? No lie. Like it's like a good 3 inches of solid down, just packed. Like it's like to get your finger to touch their skin, it's like so hard to drill your finger through the feathers and you can't even get to the skin. That's how thick the down and feathers are. Because now that they're mature geese, they have, well, I guess they technically call it a down 850, which is the highest grade of down you can get, which is a mature goose. And, like you'll get a down, that when they do some molting and you see them down floating around, it'll be like that big in diameter, you know, that kind of fluff size, like massive down, massive down. So they're at they're at peak. Well, they're mature now, so you know, if it's 2 years old, it takes how long it takes to mature. I'm still thinking I'm going to let the geese hatch their own. I'm still thinking because the eggs, we've got to have like a near perfect fertilization. You know, like because I have been noticing a lot of sex going on lately. I don't know if you've noticed if you watch, but the geese are screwing each other right now. So that's happening. I'm watching it. There's mating stuff going on. So, and it would be interesting to see what, you know, crossbreed geese would look like. You know, you never know what we could end up happening. You know, but I know I got to let them have more free run, as in like take the barrier down and the geese can go into the barn, because some of the females are going to want to go into the barn and make a nest. So, and then I'll just focus on giving the duck eggs to the food bank and let the geese, and then wherever the geese set up their nest, I would have to set up streams on individuals. So we could end up having like just nothing but streams of geese sitting on nests. We could be like the giraffe channel, and everybody's waiting for the birthday. You know, that could be. Then you can pay $5 for a text, and I'll send you a text when they're going to hatch. I have no idea where they're going to hatch, but I'll take your $5. You know, it could be maybe then. Well, I doubt it. We'll get unboxed. YouTube doesn't like us, so it'll be just for us. That's what it'll be. It'll just be for us, for the hardcore duck people who want to see the geese hatch. I'm doing this for you. You know, it's not doing it for YouTube. YouTube don't want it. But you know what I want? I want to make myself some breakfast. Hey, perfect example. Perfect example here. Ford. No notification. Like, do you believe it? And like, you know this notification thing, folks? They say you have to have the bell turned on, okay? So you get the bell, all right, turned on, and it's also based, and they lie about this too, is the bell also needs you to have activity on the channel. So you have to be an active person that watches the channel. So we know Ford is active. She's here, and she just got the notification 62 minutes into the stream. Like, you know what I mean? It's so broken. And YouTube says it's not broken. They are like that. Nothing. They say it's not broken, but right now we're proving it's broken, if you know what I mean. Anyways. Sorry you're late, Ford, but I highly recommend you replay this stream at the beginning and get my dream that Vista was a star in today. Vista came into my life last night while I was sleeping. Well, it was this morning because I got up at 3:30 and went back to bed. It was a Doug, but anyways, she was there. I'm gonna go make my breakfast and figure out what I'm gonna do today, because it's it's Sunday. I don't really have to do much. It's Sunday, but I am gonna do something. I don't think I'm gonna clean the barn today, folks. I really don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, because like I said, it's only gonna be -5 to -10 tonight, and I want the barn to be dry and clean, because we got 2 nights of -20, so that means potentially the ducks could actually be locked up for 2 days solid, and I would like them to have a dry barn to start off with, not a wet barn. So we just got to keep the ducks comfy. You know, well, at least I feel that way. I feel an obligation, if you know what I mean, to make sure that they have a comfortable facility. So, because they are my little ducks. There are little ducks, actually, technically. So, but I'm going to say goodbye so that I can go and make my brekkie. And thanks for joining me this morning for morning tea on the duck adventure for Sunday. So